Welcome to a very special edition of It's All Relative. I'm Josh.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is episode 30.
30.
Our season 2 finale.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've created 30 episodes, bro.
We have.
2 full seasons.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah.
We made it through 30. Bro, I've been listening to other people talk about how they start a podcast. They're done by episode 3. So we 10x that. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. You got a highlight of season 2 or anything in particular that stood out for you this past season?
Damn, there's a couple of highlights. We had the marijuana episode, which was really good. We had the Gabby Petito one was also pretty crazy. And crazier ending too. You were both right. I was very spectacularly wrong. I would have thought that man was in Mexico. He was not. But you guys can go and listen to that. But that was a crazy episode. Yeah, that's about it. What about you?
Yeah, there were. I just real quick want to get touch on the when you mentioned the cannabis one. It is since a lot has happened since then too. Because when we had done that episode, cannabis was still illegal.
Yes, it was
here where we're at. But since then, it is now legal.
And shout outs to New York for finally figuring it out.
That's right. But no, for me in general, of the entire thing, for me, I just feel proud of what we've accomplished.
Thanks.
I also feel grateful that we've had the opportunity to do this.
That we have.
And that people have actually taken the time to listen.
Even more so, yes. Yeah.
Right. I did want to ask you though, bro. Do you can you think of like was there do you have a bad memory of season 2 or anything that comes to mind where you're that you were just like that's not
a bad memory of season 2?
If you have one.
I don't think I have any bad memories of it. I mean, a lot of it was pretty cool. Remember, we did the battle rap. We did Cropsy. We talked about Bitcoin. We've been all over the place.
We have.
And I can't think of any bad one. I'm actually pulling this up and I'm looking at every single episode.
Okay, not so much. I'm sorry to cut you off. But
Sure.
Not so much like a bad episode, but I mean, I don't. What came to my mind when I had thought about this too, and we don't even have to touch on it either if you don't want to. But
Sure.
I just wanted to. What came to my mind, and I shouldn't say a bad memory or a bad experience, but like one that's memorable or crazy. Do you remember the episode that we did with Angela?
With Angela. I think so.
And do you remember...
Random Acts with Angela? Yeah.
Do you remember the whole situation and what had happened before the show?
Just remind me, bro.
Are you sure? Because I didn't know.
Go for it.
Okay.
No, it's either way. It's all good.
Because I didn't know. But I thought... Because I thought it's a good story or it's funny, But so... Before we started the show, this was the time when it just so happened when we had taken some edibles.
Oh, that episode. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I just remember the whole situation of we'll just say like everything was good in the beginning. And then when it kicked in, things got a little wild.
Oh, yeah.
So that was definitely memorable, right?
Okay, definitely so.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to expand any more on it since
So truth be told, I will never do edibles again before a podcast episode. Shout outs to edibles, but that one hit particularly hard, and I could not maintain.
But super memorable. I love it though. But we made it through too.
We made it through. We finished it anyways.
And like I said, once again, nobody would ever known.
They know now.
Yeah. But what about? Has there been? Do you have something challenging that comes to mind, like that you've gone through or whatnot when it comes to this whole podcasting procedure?
Something that's like a little bit challenging, like going through it.
Yeah, in general, if you have anything, that we can share with everybody that was the most challenging thing to you.
So one thing that's challenging, and I also have to thank you for it, is maintaining a schedule. Now, these guys, though, they probably don't know, but you are very good with sticking to a schedule. And I, unfortunately, am not. Whether it be, waking up a little bit late to put up the episodes, because I'm the one that handles all of the episodes, putting it up on YouTube, putting it up on Anchor, making sure the titles and everything are all taken care of. And all of that really matters. And you really do need to stick to a schedule in order to keep this thing going. One of the podcasts that I was just recently listening to, another person came on and said, hey, I want to start a podcast and everything. And the guy basically flat out said, if you can't get through 5 episodes, putting up stuff, staying on a schedule, you're not going to make it. Don't even think about doing it. And he was right. He was definitely right. And excuse me, a big part of it is just making sure you have, or that you're working with somebody that is competent. You know what I mean? That is on the case, because if you're not on the case, they have to pull you up. And you've been that person to do that. You make sure that we get it all together, and I put it on. And part of me, I don't want to let anybody down. I know if it was me, I would take my own time and pace it out and everything. But you helped push me to get there. And yeah, that was the challenge of being able to get there. And then eventually I got there. I get up and it's like, all right, it's Monday, got to get this thing up here and get it ready. And there's been some times where things have happened, or if in one instance, my lady's mom passed away. You know what I mean? And that was a thing. But that could not be the stopping factor from getting that next episode up. You know what I mean? You just have to keep pushing through.
Right.
So that was the big challenge. But thankfully, I have you. So, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Bro. That means a lot. Sticking to the schedule is, definitely an important thing.
Yes, it is.
What I think, too, though, is, what helps push the thing is that, we catch people's ears with certain things.
That we do.
You know what I'm saying? And then eventually people look forward to hearing these, and they know.
They do.
So having that continual schedule and sticking to it and being reliable, knowing that, it's going to be there. Our fans, people who support us and whatnot, they should know, and they feel comfortable knowing that our shit's going to drop at that time. They're going to be able to hear it.
Right.
And we're all going to be able to experience it all together. But,
right. That consistency.
Yeah. Which is important, So, but
what about you?
Yeah.
Is there any challenges?
Yeah, I thought about that too. For me, it's more so I want to go on the line of saying, for me, it was kind of I want to be careful how I say this, because we've had awesome guests from the beginning. Every single person that's been on the show has done a hell of a job.
Right.
And, I'm super grateful for each and every one of them. But the most challenging thing for me has been actually getting people to come on.
Okay.
Which has always confused me a little, right? Because I always do like to say, we always say it's definitely a mutual beneficial thing, mutual beneficial. But there are ideas. We've had ideas for some episodes that would have been, in my opinion, would have been super fire,
Right.
But the only way it would have worked out is if we were to get that's a specific person for it. And for certain reasons and whatnot, we've had quite a few people who have kind of turned it down and whatnot for whatever reason, which is cool. But so that I feel like has been the most challenging thing for me.
Okay.
Was with the guests and whatnot. So,
do you think that you would find like a different methodology for getting people?
I mean, I have thought about that. I kind of have wanted to come up with an idea maybe for the future of just throwing out like a bunch of different ideas and topics for some people,
right.
and like have people, if you fuck with that or whatever, get in touch with us and we'll lock it down for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know, because like I said, it's for me, I think I would love it. To be able to come on and do whatever.
Right.
But, and especially if someone has something that they're achieving or promoting or pushing in life in general. I mean,
yeah, Nate Brown comes
absolutely.
big
Shout
up
out
on that one.
Absolutely. Always shout out to Nate. Same thing with my man Marcus.
Oh yeah, Marcus.
I wanted both those guys came to mind when I was thinking about that. But it's like I said, people have their reasons why they don't want to or wouldn't want to come on, but
it's actually really interesting. I can understand it too, because when we did our first 2 episodes, man, honestly, like we said, I mean, at least for me, I was terrified doing the first episode.
Right.
I was like, oh damn, what the hell are we doing here?
Right.
And of course, we got to put a number of episodes under our belt, and it got easier. And people that are brought on as guests, they don't have that experience. This is their first time, so I can understand that them being terrified.
I always take that into consideration too. I do. I try to think, because I would feel a little setback, a little nervous and whatnot if I were to come into a new situation not really comfortable and knowing everything. But so I definitely understand that too. You know what I'm saying? So when people are a little nervous, or they just think that they can't do it because of those reasons, then that's cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, either way, for us here, it's been a great 2 seasons.
It really has.
We do just real quick want to thank every person that has been on and a part of all this during season 2. But
shout outs.
Yeah, one of those people being our 3-time champ. Real quick before we get her on, I don't know what it is, but her episodes always do well with the ratings.
They really do.
We've gotten the most fan interaction with the ones that she's been on. So either the fans really like her or they like the material, that we've covered, or a little bit of both.
I think so. She's a superstar.
Yeah, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Sarah Molnar.
Hello. See, I know I'm comfortable because I've been dying to chime in that whole time, man. Come on.
She was jittering over here.
I know.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad I'm able to talk now.
Actually.
Yes, welcome back. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. 30 episodes, 3rd time. Here, 10th at the time, huh?
Welcome back. Yes. Welcome back.
3-time champ.
Yes.
So, how have you been since the last time we've seen you? Good?
I've been good, yeah. Same old shit, different days, but, just living the dream.
Maintain it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Doing what I got to do.
All right. Before we get into some Christmas talk, there are a few things we got to quickly address.
Okay.
All right?
Sure.
So, now, when this episode drops, it'll be Tuesday. So a week ago, or last Tuesday, history was made in the sports world. So I don't know if you really had paid attention to this, Sarah, or not. But
most likely not, no. Okay. But I'll listen.
But so, bro, and let me know if you heard about this.
I may have.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Excuse me. Steph Curry became the NBA's leader in most career threes with 2,974.
Jesus Christ.
Surpassing Ray Allen.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so you heard about it?
Too. Yeah.
Did you see it or see the game? Or?
I didn't see the game. I saw it on Twitter, though.
And
I was like, damn, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he did it. So when this episode drops, it'll be a week ago that he made this history. He did it against my Knicks.
Shout outs to the Knicks. It's all good.
Yeah, not only did he do it against my Knicks, he did it inside Madison Square Garden.
Damn.
Wow.
So
that's bold.
Yeah.
That's real bold.
It is, but I am super happy for Steph Curry, and I feel like if history is going to be made, there's no better place than Madison Square Garden.
Actually.
Yeah.
So it was only
that
fitting.
Is the arena.
Yeah, it was only fitting and only right. So, but congratulations to Steph Curry.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. Something else. Let's see. I don't know if you guys have also heard, but moving on real quick. Just wanted to quickly shout out Michael Strahan.
Oh.
Adding to his life resume.
He went to space.
Yes.
Oh man. All right.
I was gonna say, so adding to that life resume right next to Super Bowl champ / traveled to space. Not too many people can say that.
For
huh?
real.
Right.
So you guys heard about the whole space trip and whatnot?
I heard about it, but if you would like to tell us with it.
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
No, nope.
Yeah, no, I wasn't too. I mean, I didn't know too much either about it until I had just seen that. I believe what had happened. Somebody was supposed to go, and something happened where somebody on the crew or whatnot couldn't go, so there was an empty seat or an open available spot, and then
they put him on.
I don't know how he slid in there, but
Yeah, man.
what a crazy
I
experience!
know, right?
Huh?
Someone just says to you, "Hey, so are you free for a little while? You want to go up in space?"
He's like, yeah.
What are your plans?
I'll go to space. But it was the Blue Origin spaceship.
Okay.
And I think it's only him, as far as famous people, him and William Shatner. So William Shatner that did Star Trek actually got to go to space. So he did that too.
Wow.
But we talking about Strahan though. But apparently he came back and he said like his whole perspective on life
Right.
changed entirely. He said like looking at the Earth from space, it just changes your perspective on life.
I'm sure that's a life-changing event,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really hard to even picture.
Yeah, right. So if someone came up to either of you and gave you the option, you guys have the option and availability to go up to space, whatnot, would you?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, if I could, like, no problems in the way, nothing holding me back, absolutely.
Okay.
Cool.
I would
What about you?
definitely go, bro.
Yeah?
That's a one in a lifetime opportunity,
Yeah.
man. You're gonna die. You want to say that you've never done that before?
That's very
It's
true.
either that or the shuttle explodes. But you know,
Right. See.
shout out to that too. No, but that's not gonna happen. These guys, they're smart on it, but that's a one in a lifetime opportunity, man. So
Definitely.
yeah. What about you, bro?
Hell no.
Oh no.
Why not?
Well, Jesus Christ! I just scared
Come
this man.
on.
Jesus, my bad.
Let's see. Let's rewind it back. What Tim just mentioned to like if the space shuttle blew up.
Right.
or
That's a big fear,
I feel
man.
like there's
It's
a
big
lot
fear.
of, and I don't know, man. I mean, once you're actually up there, it would probably be cool. But the whole process
Right.
of getting
Right.
there, like, I don't know if I'm cool with that, man. That's, I don't know. Claustrophobic. You're going super fast. You go, I don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
But it's kind of interesting. You
I
say-
don't know. Can you smoke on a? Can you smoke on a?
doubt it.
No.
Doubtful.
Yeah, probably not.
All right,
Probably
then.
not, because
Yeah.
you have to.
Right.
I think, at least from what I've watched back then, when it was more so NASA, you have to be like in peak physical condition. You can't have peak. I say that with
Right,
quotes.
right.
But they want you like in the best state of mind and everything because they don't know how. Like for example, as you're flying up, like the G's that hit you as you're like flying back into the chair.
So you're telling me you can't
can
get
affect
high
you.
as you're getting as high as you're going? Like
Pretty
that's
much.
fucked up.
Pretty
Why?
much. No getting high
No.
while getting high.
I tell you what, yeah. If
just
we
not fair.
if we had an opportunity to be able to smoke up in space, I'd be down with it.
Well,
That'd
now
be
I'm sure
cool.
somebody.
A
I'm sure
stoner
they did.
shuttle.
They-
That's what we need.
But yeah, no. I mean, either way, that's awesome for Michael Strahan, right?
Yeah,
that whole
shout outs
space
to him.
thing.
Yeah.
But let's move on real quick.
Let's go.
Lastly, you guys hear the latest about what Elon Musk has been up to?
Oh God, he's been up to everything.
No.
No.
Okay. Brain chips.
Oh my god.
All right, get him out of here.
Okay,
I'm
so
done with him.
these brain chips
Y'all can take him.
Yeah,
We're
are
done.
are being created though to help paralyzed people be able to walk,
Interesting.
blind people being able to see, things like that, et cetera, et cetera.
Do we know like what tests have been done about that? Like
No, not too much. I'm just saying that this is what he's doing, and this is what they're being created for. This is the idea.
Okay.
So I mean,
that's interesting.
you guys got any thoughts or what comes to mind when you guys hear about that?
I think it's ridiculous, but I also think that he could be helping humanity. It can very easily go south when you're controlling the synapses of the brain and telling what the brain to do. Essentially, I'm guessing that he's made these chips where it tricks the brain into saying, hey, you're not paralyzed anymore. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
getting your motor functions or something to work where it shouldn't.
And it's also every brain is different. You know, my best friend ended up getting in a bad car accident some years ago, and she ended up suffering from a traumatic brain injury.
God bless her.
And she survived, but you know, something like that, I think that, you know, it would obviously take, I would assume, a very long time to test that and really figure it out, because every brain injury is different. Every brain is different in general. But I mean, down the road, that could potentially help her. You know, she's doing awesome on her own, though. Shout out to Alyssa. I love you.
Oh,
but
shout out to Alyssa.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the idea is cool, but like that's like out there. Like that's, you know, that's
it's
a
really
lot
something.
to, you know, engineer, think about, you know, doctors.
I agree. A lot to
The
process,
risks.
a lot to
Yeah.
think about. I want to propose the question though.
Concept
like,
is crazy.
Yeah, but
It really is.
when does quote unquote like the role of playing God quote get too dangerous or go too far? You know, like
It's a hell of a question, bro.
I mean, what could happen? You know.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot that they would have to do to make sure before they do it on humans. Like, they have to do all their studies and do their tests.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this man, Elon Musk, this is still the same dude that we had talked about and covered, bro, was, I mean, we still got robots coming too.
Yeah.
And like people, you know, so, which
All the
does make
existential
me
stuff.
confused too, right? Because why? We're basically, you're trying to create a bunch of these robots, all this crazy shit, these brain chips, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But it sounds like, or it seems like you're almost trying to like, I mean, they would take the place of mankind. You're trying. It seems like you're almost trying to eliminate mankind.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What the? You know what's
Right.
I
Why
think-
are you so like hellbent on getting robots involved? Like,
Get
once
those
they
robots outta
band
here.
together, that's it. Like,
Right.
Is the world over? Is it done? You
Maybe,
know what I'm
I don't know.
saying?
Like, when you think about it, if you look at all those older movies, this is where, like, Terminator, you know, all
Yeah.
of these types of movies like that, that's where they come from, is from that crisis of, yeah, if you give robots too much sentience,
yeah.
you know what I mean? They are eventually going to say, hey, I don't
They're
want
gonna
to.
revolt.
they're
I
gonna
don't want to.
revolt.
You're not the boss of me. Yep.
Exactly. And we're smarter than you because we can mathematically computate everything
Right. We have
nonstop.
all the answers.
Right, to everything. And we are just going to, you know, kill everybody. So, but that is the fear that people have.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk is opening the door to that fear because he has the money to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or he can probably change it. It could be like Jetsons. We don't know, like where the robots are, you know, helping us for everything and our butlers and everything. So
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. We don't know. That's what's a little scary.
Right.
But I mean, just something for everyone to think about, I guess, and we'll see. You know, I mean, time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yep.
But
Give him time.
let's switch gears here. Let's get into the main theme, the main topic.
Sure, let's go.
Of our season 2 finale.
Let's do it.
The holiday season is
Yeah.
approaching, so
Yes.
let's get into some Christmas talk. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, once again, when this episode drops, it'll be 4 days till Christmas.
There we go.
So
Awesome.
Good timing.
Yep.
you guys ready?
I'm
yes.
ready.
You all ready for Christmas, huh?
Yeah.
Totally.
Shopping's all done.
Shopping's
yes.
all done.
Nice, you guys are ahead of it.
Shopping's done for you?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's a few things that can wait. Pretty much till Christmas. You
Yep,
can
yep.
wait, but for the most part, yeah, everything is all good on my end.
Sounds good.
But what is it to you guys that makes this time of year so special?
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, one thing that I always loved was seeing how my mom, she always put up the same decorations, but it was always like arranged a little bit differently, especially like as we started moving and whatnot. And we have this village that my grandma Bess, who passed away 2 years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago now.
Okay.
She had hand painted it. So we actually have blank ones too, where I could actually continue to paint it and whatnot. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but I just love that village. I just think that the decorations, just like seeing how everyone does them and everything, that's just something that, I don't know, I've just always loved it, you know?
That's beautiful.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and just seeing the decorations in each house and remembering all the memories behind it and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays we have the social media where your memories pop up from however many years ago, and you see how things have changed and the
Right.
lights and just how the tree's decorated. So, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty cool. That's a good way of thinking about it. Huh. For me, it's a little bit of the same, but a lot older, unfortunately. But coming from being growing up in the mid to late 80s, early 90s,
Right.
a lot of it was the experience. Right after Thanksgiving, a couple of days would pass, then you start hearing the music on the radio. Christmas music is playing, in some cases they would do like a whole countdown from, 25 days till Christmas up to the day.
Mm-hmm.
When that Christmas comes on or that music, it would be all about, okay, what presents are we getting? You go to school. This is like the only thing you could think about until school was out for winter holidays. What am I getting for Christmas? We would go to places like Toys R Us or, KB Toys or all of these other places like Walmart.
Oh, shout out KB Toys.
Shout out KB Toys.
Do you remember? Are you too young?
Yeah.
for it? Oh my god.
I am.
It's
Okay.
all good. It's all good.
It is all good, but KB Toys used to be a hell of a store
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
as a kid.
Yes, it did.
Sure.
Yeah.
It did.
But go ahead, my man. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, you good. And then they had like Caldors up here too. I've been hearing about that too. Shout outs to Caldor. I've never been there, but shout outs to him anyways.
Bro, that shit brings back crazy memories for me. Like,
Perfect.
Caldors was a store that I remember being barely able to walk, I feel like, or
Right.
real young. I always remember going into that store with my ma
Mm-hmm.
and my grandmother,
Mhm.
and that shit was crazy, man.
And looking at all the toys and all the
Caldors
have
had
it?
everything.
they had everything,
Yeah.
right?
Like, yeah. And I'm trying to remember. There was so much shit that I had bought from that store growing
Mhm.
up. But once again, go ahead.
Oh,
bro,
you
my
good.
fault.
Now let me ask you another one. Do you remember F.A. Schwartz?
I do not.
Yeah, F.A. Schwartz should have been in New York City, but that was another big store where it was just all about toys. I think the biggest reference to it. Do you have both of you watched Home Alone 2?
Mm-hmm.
You watched
I
Home
did.
Alone 2?
I think so. I recently watched the first Home Alone, but I don't quite remember the second one.
All right.
I'll be honest.
It's okay when you watch the second one, the
Toy store.
The toy store.
Right,
That's
okay.
what
Okay,
F.A.
yeah,
Schwartz would be.
okay.
Right. So that's essentially what that is. But that was a big store too. But this is part of the whole Christmas thing. And
Yeah.
it was always directed towards kids. It was always about, what are your kids gonna get? What are we gonna eat? Is Santa gonna bring me this stuff? You put the stockings on the wall. And where I lived, it was a lot about decorating the entire neighborhood. So the entire neighborhood got into it. Everyone would set up their decorations.
That's cool.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody, they would do like the get-togethers and stuff. Like we always had like a get-together like a week before Christmas, and it would just be really Christmas themed, and everyone would exchange presents between neighbors and everything. So that's what it means to me, man. And then like all of the music, man, all of the pageantry that comes with it. We don't get that anymore now. Now it's like, okay, what did you get me from Amazon?
Right, pretty much.
Exactly.
Listen, if you can get it, something's been going on with Amazon. I heard with their deliveries.
For
It's
real.
kind of iffy.
It's
yeah,
very iffy. There
yeah.
you go.
You don't know if you're getting shit.
Right.
But no, I understand what you were saying. Like how shit has changed.
It's changed a
you
lot,
know?
bro. It's not there anymore, and it's okay. It's different now. The kids, they don't even care. You know what I mean? What can you get me on my video game? Thank you for my new DLC. It's all digital now, so forget it.
Yep.
Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on a white Christmas? What do you? Is it necessary? Does that make Christmas?
A little bit of snow. I don't want foots on foots of snow. Like no 3 or 4 feet of snow. I don't need that. Like I don't know. Like a good dusting. Maybe like
A good
3 or
dusting.
4 inches of snow is like acceptable.
Okay,
I would be
but
okay
do you
with
want that white on Christmas?
Yeah,
Day?
I think it helps, if the aesthetic, if you will, of Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. You also got to think that some people have never experienced a white Christmas either.
Very true. Very
They've
true.
never experienced. Maybe they haven't even been in snow. So it's
Right.
like, So, yeah, I think it's a pretty. If you're in a state where you could have snow, yeah, I think you would kind of be accustomed to a white Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you absolutely hate snow, which like I don't like snow, but
You don't like snow, but you want just the dusting?
yeah, I mean I can for Christmas, you know?
okay.
Yeah, you gotta make exceptions sometimes.
It's got to come in right on time and then
Yeah,
get out of
I don't just want to be like stuck in my house. That's my problem. When it gets to, like that point where it's like, you know, state of emergency, you can't go out, the roads are shit, nobody's out, the plowers are just waiting for it to get up to however much snow until they can go out there.
I respect it. I respect it.
There's the one jackass that still goes out, ends up in a ditch. It's the usual.
Yeah. What about you, bro? White Christmas important?
Yeah,
Or-
yo, bro, give me all that snow, man. I lived in a neighborhood where
You know.
it did not snow. Look, so in the neighborhood that I was in Georgia, it would snow maybe once every 3 to 4 years. So on that
See,
fourth,
that's what I'm talking about.
on that fourth year when that snow came, it came heavy, and we would play outside. This was a thing, man. Like where we would play outside, we'd have snowball fights even well onto after Christmas, and then
Oh,
go
I'm sure.
get our presents. Next day in the morning, get hit by a snowball as soon as you open the door. So it was fun. It was fun. So yes,
I didn't even know that it snowed in Georgia. ever, so
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, for me, I do agree. I think that a white Christmas is very important. I think it adds. It's what makes Christmas.
Part of the
And
experience.
Waking up
Yes,
on
it is.
Christmas morning, and like you get the emotions, the excitement, and
Yeah.
Right.
you
Yep.
look outside. and
You're
to
giving me
see-
flashbacks to the house I grew up in, man. Shit.
Okay, you still going, bro?
I was just gonna say, and you look outside, and all you see is just white snow.
Yeah.
it's
Fresh,
beautiful.
clean snow. It's-
Unbothered snow, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It makes Christmas.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just say that New York is great for that sometimes. I think it's like every other year we get like a good blanket of snow. It just looks beautiful.
This
when it
year,
comes in
knock on
time.
wood,
Hopefully.
has not gotten too much at all, which I'm just waiting for it at this point.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm hoping that come a week or in a few days.
yeah.
I'm hoping that we do get a white Christmas, but
There
I
we
don't know
go.
if we will.
Yeah.
Weather's been a little odd.
Spring like.
Yeah.
Straight rain.
Yeah.
Although,
It was really, really warm.
like
now
I
it's
said,
raining.
though, I've grown up here in New York. I grew up here my whole life. All right, but when I took some time and spent some time down south in Virginia, and both Virginia and Florida, there were times when holidays would come, and then they'd pass, and I'd be down there, and I will say that Christmas and the holidays and whatnot definitely felt different
Right.
Yeah.
without the snow or without everything. Actually, really,
Yeah.
it's weird. And ain't no tree. I mean, ain't no pine trees and shit down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? So like, you got palm trees that are lit up, but ain't no snow.
Right,
and
because like
everything,
the
so it's-
snow, like the lights reflect off the snow, and it's like a
It's
whole new
different.
look. and
It's
different.
Just, yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
even feel really. It just felt kind of like a normal day, which was a little sad. But that's why I think
A letdown.
the snow definitely adds to it. It's important.
Yeah.
Important to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, I would say this, and I think maybe I'm the only one. Especially here in New York, because I was fairly new when I came here. I was like, oh my God, it's snowing actually in the place where I'm at. But one of the first things that I have always noticed when it snows, after a really good snowing and you look up into the night sky, you can see all the stars. And
Yeah.
it is literally the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, that calm after a snowstorm.
After a snowstorm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And coming from California, we didn't have all that. All you would look
yeah.
up, you would just see smog. It
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
a cloud of pollution above.
Ugh,
So it was like the most.
Never moved to California.
Don't go to California.
No.
But yeah, they don't know how it is over there either. Like every so often they'll get snow, but it's like, you can like tread on it. It's nothing.
Yeah.
And they're like panicking. Oh my God, it's snowing. I'm gonna have to stay home for like 5 days. And it's like barely an inch.
Oh my God. Do you know, like when I hear those stories and I like think about what I've had to go to school in,
Right,
and
right.
I'm just like, come on,
Where you have to like
Well, it's
slosh
hard.
through it.
It's hard to think about it until you really experience it. But I will say too, like when I was in Virginia, it did snow in Virginia, and sometimes there would be times when you would get a decent amount,
Right.
nothing like compared to here, but you would actually see. First off, no disrespect or whatnot, but people down there are some pretty shitty drivers, right? So, but I mean, they feel the same way about us here in New York, you know.
Yeah.
But either way, they are just.
I could do a whole episode on shitty drivers.
But add
Sounds like an
snow, add snow into the mix.
It's gonna get aggressive.
Actually,
Add snow into the mix, and you know, these people are off the road everywhere you drive.
Jesus
and
Christ.
It's just, you know, they're
Let's
not
give them
See,
a
that's
week up
just
here.
it's inexperience though. Like you're
Yeah.
not used to it. You're not gonna know how to drive. Your vehicles aren't built for it. You
Right.
know, some don't
Yes.
realize it until you're in that ditch on the side of the road.
And I kind of imagine they don't have like snow tires or even like all-wheel drive.
Right.
I want to say four-wheel, all-wheel drive.
They're not prepared.
They're not prepared at all.
Yes, that is true. They are not.
So whenever it happened in Georgia, they would just shut the whole place down.
Oh,
They'd be
Georgia
like, "Hey,
drivers.
but actually, Georgia, you know what? Shout outs to Georgia. They suck. But shout outs to Georgia drivers. I was born there, so I can say that. But whenever it snows like over like 4 feet, they would just shut it down. They would shut all of the entire
over 4 feet. That
over
makes
4 feet. I mean, well, 4 inches, I think it is,
Oh.
or 6 inch, 4 to 6.
That makes less sense.
It makes less sense, but it's actually good because they don't have like the snow machines to like push the snow and everything out of the way. So they would just rather just shut it down. School's over, you know, come back in a week, we'll pick up. And
Shit.
that was also fun as a kid, at least.
No, I'm sure.
As my mom was struggling because she's
Snow
a
day, try snow week.
snow
What the
week.
hell?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
What about
I played fucking New York.
yeah, it took a lot, right, for schools to close here. You know, you'd have to get
It took a lot to get up when there's like almost a foot of snow on the ground and school isn't closed, and you're like, oh, well, all right.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
You're going to school in the snow. Get
I
in
guess.
There. Get in there.
All right. What about Christmas lights? You guys enjoy
Yes.
looking at
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
lights, seeing Christmas
I
lights?
get like overly judgmental of people's Christmas lights. Like I'll be going by houses. I'm like, oh, that's like well done. It's nice on the shrubs, you know. And then others, I'm like, that's random. Like you didn't even place it nicely. There's no thought to it. I
Yeah.
become a whole critic about it.
Do
But I
you?
do enjoy. But yeah, I like
Okay.
going on the back roads and like seeing all of the different lights and people. They do things. We also have that cool light show right near us too.
I
And
was
that's
gonna
fun to
mention
go
that.
through. Yeah, that's incredible. They broke the world record again this year. So
Oh,
that's
did
awesome.
they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
shit.
believe so.
Nice.
Yes.
Shout outs.
Unless it was, I know they definitely did last year, but I believe they
Did
did this year. Yeah.
they?
Either way, though, I've been there a few times this year. It's incredible as always. But yeah, no, I really enjoy the Christmas lights. That's like one of the first things I always ask my mom, like, when are we putting up the decorations? Because I'm that person that like right after Thanksgiving, I'm like, all right, let's go, let's do it. I'm
Let's
ready.
do it. Let's get it.
I
Yeah.
want the decorations up. You know,
That's my mom too.
start spreading that holiday cheer. If you
Oh
will.
yes.
Yeah.
It can be a happy time. You just gotta make it a happy time.
You gotta
And the
make it
lights
happy.
help. You know,
You have to. You have
Yeah,
to. The
so-
lights. The lights make everything. As soon as it
Yes.
gets there, because once you get down there and you start seeing it, it starts to elevate that hype.
Yeah, and the music
And
too,
the
like
music,
with that
exactly.
light show, you know, you're going through it. Everyone just has it blasting in the car, and it's awesome.
Right.
Well, real quick, I mean, do you guys have? Would that be one of the best spots that you've seen Christmas lights?
Yes.
Displayed that?
That's actually, I think, the only like major big display I've been to. There's actually one of my, I wouldn't be a neighbor, but it's less than a quarter mile away from my house. Another house who really does their house up, and like that in of itself, I would call a mini light show, just because you know there's no moving parts, but just the way that they do it on the trees, and
Right.
like they even like line their driveway with bulbs as well, which is bold because knowing me, I'd probably break like all of them. But
You start kicking over the lights.
yeah, right. No, with my vehicle, I'd end up freaking accidentally taking some out. But yeah, I think that's the only like major light show attraction I've been to. I would like to go see more because I know that there's plenty in the tri-state area, even in New York too.
Yeah. You guys ever been to Rockefeller Center?
I have.
Seen the tree?
It's beautiful. That tree is amazing.
Yes,
It's gorgeous.
yes.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Not in a long time, but yes.
You ever been ice skating there too, or no?
No,
No.
I'm kind of afraid to ice skate. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Really?
like a very
Oh, yeah.
intimidating thing for me.
Bust
Why
your ass.
so? Why is that?
It's just gliding on ice. Like you got to think about it. It's not that I'm not coordinated, but I feel like as soon as I'm on two like razor blades, I feel like any coordination that I think I have is gonna go out the fucking window, and that's gonna be it. And when I'm on my ass, it's just gonna hurt, and I'm gonna be cold and pissed off. And
Can you rollerblade or roller skate?
I haven't in a long time.
Okay.
There's
okay.
this one. Okay, so the same friend I mentioned earlier, previous to her accident, she would always go to the rollerblading place around here for her birthday parties. And one year, one of her favorite stories to tell is I fell so hard that I basically bounced off of the floor. And
Jesus
it
Christ.
hurt so bad. I was laughing because you gotta laugh at the pain at that point. Like everyone just saw you eat it, you have to laugh. You can't sit there and be a little bitch about it.
Yeah,
you know?
don't cry.
So I can kind of rollerblade once I get into it. I can, but and then also I would imagine I know ice skating does rollerblading, the blisters. That's always inconvenient.
Yeah, it's a little different. Ice skating and roller skating or blading.
For sure, yeah.
Right.
But,
That's what I'm saying. You're gliding. It's just the whole concept.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
the
I've never
resistance.
tried it, so I really couldn't.
okay.
I think if you're a rollerblader, you can translate very well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
Easy
same.
enough.
It's
Yeah.
the same method.
Mhm.
It's the same method. It's just it is a little different.
Right.
Obviously, like you said.
Cold, hard ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And like falling on that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be any worse than cement, I guess. But
Well, it may be a little
And
easier, actually.
we've all fallen on like pavement and cement
Right.
as
And
kids.
scrape
you
the shit out of
know?
yourself.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least I did a lot.
But what about you, bro? You got can you recall seeing a favorite or most memorable display of a light show, a light
So,
lighthouse?
same thing that she said, because it's literally in my backyard. You can, at least for me, I can take like a 2-minute drive and see this man's house. His name is also Tim, by the way. So shout outs to being called Tim or being named Tim. But his light display is freaking amazing. It's freaking amazing, and it's the world record. It's almost like 700,000 lights.
Damn.
Bro, he has his own radio station. Like if you tune into a specific radio station,
I know what it is. I don't know if I should say it though.
No, probably not. But I mean, if they're gonna come down, they're gonna find out.
Right,
But,
right.
Yeah, but you tune into that radio station, and it is tuned to his lights.
Right, and that's dope. Like,
That's
what-
crazy.
I wanted to explain to some of the listeners if they didn't understand or know how, how this thing goes. Is like you're in your car,
Right.
You drive through, right,
Yep.
the display and whatnot, but you set your radio to whatever,
Just
a
whatever
certain
channel it is.
a certain station,
Right.
and then it's crazy.
Yeah.
Right, the lights, the music, everything.
Everything, the pageantry of it all is just amazing.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that is instantly the best one that I've ever seen. Now, New York City can get pretty lit too, and the tree, like we were saying, Rockefeller Center, that's always very memorable.
I feel like something on everyone's bucket list, or a lot of people at least, is going to New York City during Christmas time.
Yes, going to New York City.
You got to go at night, because that's when the lights are. That's when they're at their full effect. I always say that, like, you put up Christmas decorations during the day, like you don't really feel it, and then that first
Right.
night with all of them on, you're like, okay, this is it.
This
Like
is
this is
it.
what I want.
Right,
Put a
right,
Christmas
right.
movie on, fucking hot chocolate, whatever you
And
want.
put it on, and you
Spike
just
that
get to
shit.
it.
Do what you got to do.
Yep. Now, another place that could be an alternative if you are living in Florida to go to Disney World
Oh, right.
during Christmas.
Yes.
Yep.
That can be pretty
That's
crazy
another
too.
one. Yeah.
I've been to it once, and it is pretty amazing at night.
Magical,
Especially
if you will.
in Magic Kingdom. That's where you would go. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. But Magic Kingdom, that's where you would go, and the light show is spectacular there too. So there's that.
Yeah. So I got a quick story, or a quick little sidebar about
Sure.
one of the most memorable light displays things that I seen, and it wasn't because it was so wild and crazy, right? Because it really, it brings me back, because this is what I can remember, because I was super young, right? And at the time when I had seen this, like I didn't understand it.
Okay.
All I can picture, right? So I was pretty young, right? Still grade school.
Okay.
I would, grade school level. All right. So I was in the car with my dad, my mom, and my sister, right? And we were driving back from Cooperstown, New York, where my dad's brother, my uncle, had lived at the time.
All right.
Cooperstown is where the Baseball Hall of Fame is,
Okay.
and whatnot. So I remember leaving the house, and it was around Christmas time. We were driving back home, and there's like a stretch of there's a road, right? And on this road, there's just a stretch of like big houses, but they're not on top of each other, right? You got one house, you drive a little farther, you got another big ass house, you drive another far. All right.
That's how you do it.
Each house was lit up crazy.
Damn.
Like everything, right?
They were competing.
Those rich neighborhoods, they're always done up real good.
So, but I remember being a kid and just sitting there looking out the window as we're driving by. And then all of a sudden, my parents stop, and then they just start cracking up laughing, right? And I'm looking at this one house that we're across from, and the house is like, all these other houses are lit the fuck up, right?
Right.
This house, there's nothing there. There's just one word written like across the whole top of the house. That's
okay.
And it was lit up. And what it had said was it said humbug. And like I didn't even understand that shit, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man,
that's amazing.
This house sucks.
Well, that's
like,
the point.
Yeah. But I was so young, right?
They knew what they were doing.
Now when I think back about that whole situation and think, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yes.
That dude was or whoever it was.
I hope they're still doing that to this day. I really do.
Oh, for real? You gonna Grinch it up?
No, I mean, because it's just hilarious. Like, just the fact that you know that all the other houses are done up so nice, and you're like, yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah, basically. Now, do both of you think that he played that up on purpose, or do you think he was an asshole?
No, I think that he played. It was.
I think it was
set
on purpose.
It's on purpose.
Which
He
makes
probably
it hilarious.
waited to see everybody else do their houses, and he was like, yeah, now's the time.
Wow.
And put that shit up there.
That was
Jesus.
hilarious. But let's move on to some Christmas food. You guys got a favorite Christmas food or something that always reminds you of Christmas time?
Christmas food.
Immediately, I just thought anything peppermint,
Peppermint.
that comes
Wow,
out a
nice
lot.
call.
Yeah.
Good call.
I get peppermint a lot.
Oh yeah.
Candy canes,
Mm-hmm. You guys like Christmas cookies?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas
Hell
cookies
yeah.
are shit.
What's your favorite kind?
That's a good question. You know what I like? The ones, they're just like the sugar cookie base, like a soft sugar cookie.
Yep, with
And
sprinkles.
then, yeah, it just has
Yep,
the sugar
the red ones.
sprinkles.
There
Yeah,
it
the
is.
red and the green ones. They're like shaped like hats and Santas and shit.
Yep. Have you never had this?
No, I'm saying, what's the snickerdoodles? Or-
No, it's like just a
snickerdoodles
soft.
too, yeah.
It's a soft like sugar cookie base. But yeah, snickerdoodles are good too. I always loved. I enjoyed building the gingerbread houses.
Mm-hmm.
I've never baked them myself because even building it in of itself, that's a whole thing. I don't even want to deal with the baking, getting it the right shape, whatever.
Right,
So
right.
I always bought the pre-made ones, but that was always good. And making gingerbread men though, I'll do that. That's fun. I haven't done that. Maybe I'll do that this year. I haven't done that.
There you go.
Nice. Well, I want a gingerbread cookie because I'm team gingerbread.
All right,
That's,
okay,
that's
shout
my
outs.
shit right
Yeah.
Gotta
there.
make-
So,
all right.
what about you, bro? What kind of Christmas cookie you like?
I was gonna answer for her, but literally what she said. I think they're butter cookies actually, like little butter cookies with or sugar cookies where they have like the little red or green sprinkles on it. And
Yeah,
they're
the
very
ones I'm
shiny.
thinking of, you get them at the store. They're
Yeah.
definitely prepackaged. The ones that are like in my head, the ones I'm thinking of
Right.
right now. But I know like you definitely make them homemade. But
Oh yeah, If they're homemade, they're like butter cookies, and
they're
they are
always the
amazing.
Butter cookies. Okay, that's another
Those
one.
that's another one too. And
And
snickerdoodles,
that
like
tin,
you're saying.
that round tin.
Oh yes.
And when there's not fucking sewing
Classic,
supplies
yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma. R.I.P. to you. I love you, but
Oh yeah, rest in
and
peace.
hey, every time
For real.
wanted cookies. This goddamn sewing supplies.
So, with that said, my mom was like on that same level. She had that tin. She had that tin of cookies, and God bless if she saw that one cookie was missing. That was just it for me. We had to only have a specific amount of cookies.
Yeah.
And-
Find your least favorite one and attack that
and
sleeve.
attack it exactly,
Yep.
and get that thing out of here as ASAP. But those cookies, and honestly, chocolate chip cookies too, in milk.
Always.
Yeah,
Classic.
that was a classic, and that was a great thing. One of the
Leave for Santa.
thank you. So with that said, that was one of the things that my dad would like very conspicuously tell me and say, "Oh, son, you better make sure you have chocolate chip cookies and milk for Santa and everything," knowing that this man was Santa the entire time. and he would
wanted them cookies.
He wanted them cookies. He would eat the cookies, drink the milk, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, it's gone! Did Santa really do that?"
Right? It just totally went over our heads.
Over our
You
heads,
have parents
exactly.
too. But I have a question. Did you guys also ever leave carrots or something for the reindeer?
No, I'm an asshole for that.
My God.
I
Come
did not do that.
on. Come
not do
on.
that.
All right. PSA 4 days before Christmas, make sure you leave out carrot sticks for those reindeer. It's in some song that I can't even come up with in my brain right now.
You better leave it
But
for
you know
Rudolph.
what? Yeah, exactly. You know what?
So I did want to touch real quick though on Christmas traditions, but I mean, you guys. So the whole milk and cookies.
Yeah,
for
leave the
Santa.
fucking carrots for the reindeer.
Okay.
I think
okay.
I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
that's a new. I think that's like a newer generation thing too. Like, is back
True.
like
Okay,
back
I
in our
was
age-
born in 2000, so like compare it to that. Whoever's listening, just go from there.
Yeah. Let's see, real quick. You guys like eggnog? Eggnog.
Pass.
Excuse me.
Pass.
So, eggnog regular? No. Spike eggnog, however, I do have a liking for. Yes, I don't drink regular eggnog or like eggnog flavored things.
Mm-hmm.
Spiked eggnog, yes.
Put that booze in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I had my first and last sip this season.
God bless.
night. So
Was it? Did you put any like it was like seasoned, right? Had the cinnamon, all that shit in it, or was it just plain?
I don't know
Eggnog.
I don't know what the hell it was. Jody had bought it for Bay because he's back from school.
Oh,
right
he's
now.
all about
All
it.
right. All right. Yeah, he
And
likes it.
yeah, he likes it. So like I don't know.
bless.
There was like a little cup last night, and I had taken a little sip, and that shit is so thick.
It's thick.
Yeah,
man.
the
Forget it.
consistency is a little questionable.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
so like
what
I
the
said, that
alcohol
was
is
my
for.
first and last of the season. Felt like a little loogie swallowing, you know. But
Yeah.
Hey, it's right. It's true though. The thick dairy, it'll just make it worse. And I hear you, but
Pass.
yes.
what about Christmas decorations? You guys got a specific favorite Christmas decoration?
I mentioned earlier that village that my grandmother painted, and
Okay.
I'll say it on the podcast to hold myself to it. One day, I hope to paint those other accessories we have for it. So.
I love Christmas.
We hold you to
villages.
it.
Yes, I do too. I love, just seeing everyone's, because everyone's is a little bit different, you know, and it's just I feel like everyone's really has a backstory to it. So that's always cool too, whether it's, we just got this year, this is our first one, it's going to be passed down for generations. Or
Right.
it's, hey, this one's been in the family for 50 years, it's cool.
Yeah, I love the Christmas villages, and I love snow globes.
Snow globes.
yes.
They're
Yeah.
awesome.
I used to love those as a kid. I had like 4 or 5 of them in my closet all year round.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a lot set up throughout the house right now.
love it.
And I love them. Yeah.
All right.
What about you, bro? Any?
Snow globes for one.
Yeah.
So shout outs to that. My mom always did the stockings. She was good about that.
Yes, yes,
she was
I
good about
agree.
that.
My mom always went ham on the
On
stockings.
the stockings for real. And hers was actually, it got more special after my brother started to get older and understand what Christmas was all about. Because every day she wouldn't mention it, but we would just see like a new stocking on the wall and stuff. And I don't know, she was very meticulous about how she did things for Christmas. Like every evening when we would wake up, this is like starting from like December 1st, right? There wouldn't be anything there. But December 2nd, maybe there's a stocking on the wall, and then the tree is magically downstairs, but there's nothing on it. Day number 3 or whatever, there's a couple of ornaments on the wall. Like, what? How is she doing this? What's going on? What's the technology behind this?
She's no.
Right, exactly. So by the time it was Christmas, the whole place was decked out, and typically the stockings were the ones that would go up first. So that was always like a memory of a decoration that stands with me.
Right.
And then there would be like the snow globes, like what you guys were saying. That would be like the last to be put up.
Yeah, I think we should say real quick shout out to all the mas who play the best Santas.
Yes,
You know, they
God
all
are-
the
bless 'em.
moms and the dads, playing both
Absolutely.
For real.
roles, all the parental
sure.
figures for real.
Amen.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break real quick, but before we hit it, I just real quick,
Yep.
you guys familiar with the Elf on the Shelf?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
You take part. Yes.
Elf on the
no?
shelf.
I've seen a lot of that recently on social media. All the different shit that people do. It's
Well, it's funny,
it's
but
something.
the whole concept is right. We 'cause
Never heard of
we
it.
have it for. I mean, the kids now are much older and they know.
Sure,
but
sure.
What it was like technically like you take the elf out and it comes with a book and it explains it. But like the elf, you take it out and he moves every night. You move him and he moves. And he
okay.
tells
Watches you.
he watches
He
you
watches
and
you.
he tells Santa, if you've been good or if you've been a little shit, and then you know what I'm
in
saying.
layman's terms.
And the craziest thing though,
So wait, his eyes are moving, or does your parents like
No,
move
you
him
guys-
physically?
you
no,
move
not
'em.
usually. That'd be really fucking creepy if his eyes moved.
Yeah, no, you physically move him. That's what I'm saying. I remember
crap,
when
okay.
the kids were younger.
Yeah, we
that
do
was
it
probably,
for my younger
it
siblings
was
now. It's fun.
One of the most enjoyable things that I remember too is always like every night before we go to bed, we got to remember. We got to remember to move Elfie. So we would move them. Some of the places are crazy, you know, and the things we just would move them to different spots.
That's what that's called.
And the
okay.
kids, you know, would always wake up the next day and try to find
and
see what it is.
them.
But you can't touch them. That was because
That's
if the kids
it.
touch them, then it loses its magic, and then it's over. So
my lady, that's what her and her parents did. Every single night they would move it around.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, and she would have to find them and not touch it. Now that it's called Elf on the Shelf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
So that's always a fun little Christmas tradition and whatnot that we've always done too with the kids and whatnot.
Now, have you guys ever found the elf like inside of the couch or on top of the TV or in some crazy inconspicuous location?
So I've hid it for my younger siblings before. I like put it up in the fan before. Like I put it in like the most random fucking spots. I love when they ask me to do it. Like, sorry, I don't have any spots. I'm like, I got you.
Yeah, no.
Intertwine that bitch in the tree one year.
I always enjoyed it. We always kind of made it a rule though too, where he would only go to Christmas related things or Christmas decorations.
Yep.
And we have that shit all throughout the house. So
Right.
like
Good stipulation.
it would be
It's all fair game.
yeah, he would be everywhere and anywhere, and it was always it was something fun, you know, every night just to move him, and sometimes. If the kids couldn't find them, that was always fun too.
Right.
You know?
I'm going to have to keep this in mind now.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, let's hit that break real quick.
All
but
right.
Before we do, we want to remind everyone to please find us on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and Google.
And Google.
Yeah, and by using the platform of your choice, please subscribe, follow, share, comment. If you're using Apple, and a lot of you are, please take a few seconds and click that 5-star rating.
Please.
Do it.
Yeah, along with
Do it.
leaving a quick review. And with that being said, we'll be right back. Welcome back to It's All Relative. Still with us in studio, Sarah Molnar.
Hello.
So, big part of Christmas. Let's talk about some Christmas movies.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you guys watch Christmas movies throughout the year or only around Christmas time?
I feel like throughout the year I get like random bursts where I want to watch Christmas movies, and I'll watch a couple, but then I quickly get over it when I remember things like the cold that we just came inside from. But other than that, yeah, I like to watch Christmas movies every once in a while.
What about you, bro?
Bro, I have like 2 or 3 Christmas movies I always have to watch. A Christmas Story is the first one.
Okay.
Yep.
Shout outs to that. Shout outs to the Lamp Leg too. Home Alone 1 and 2. And always have to watch like the claymation ones, but it can just be like any random ones. Sometimes it's Jack Frost, which people don't like, and sometimes it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
But do you watch these throughout the year? Only
my
at
bad.
only at Christmas time?
Only at Christmas. You can't spoil it for the rest of the year.
Okay.
You have to be good about it, at least in my opinion.
No man.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way though too. I don't really watch Christmas movies throughout the year unless it's at Christmas time.
It's like random bursts, you know, like you'll see like a Christmas episode come up of like some show and you're like, man, I miss that. You know?
Same.
It's the holiday cheer that we were just talking about. Like sometimes you just get that vibe. You're like, all right. We'll watch a movie.
All right, so let's run a quick list then real quick. Let's do I like to do these quick little top 3 things, but we can do one honorable mention. Then again, like I said,
I think I already know what you're going to say too.
So let's do top 3 favorite Christmas movies, or for each of you. You know what I'm saying?
So my only issue with A Christmas Story is I grew up every single year. My dad had that freaking 24-hour loop that they do on every fucking year without fail. And it haunts me to this day. So like I don't know if I've ever like I've definitely sat down and watched a movie once or twice, but majority of my life has just been me walking past the TV during the holidays, those 24 hours, and just seeing fucking clips. Seeing clips of the movie. And just like piecing it all together.
Right.
Like I know the whole movie, you know, Fragile, all that fun stuff, but
I was gonna say you need to.
it's almost like it ruins it when you have it on that long.
Right.
But you need to give in one time and just watch it fully through. It's
I definitely have before, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but yeah, let's go through a top 3. Your favorite 3, and then one honorable mention. Christmas movies.
You can go first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, fine. That's cool. That's cool. So,
Think.
A Christmas Story for the first one. I just love that movie. I love that movie. The second movie is Die Hard because Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and I don't care what anybody else say, but that's a Christmas movie. And then the third one is Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2.
Not 1.
Okay.
I used to watch 2 all the time.
Yeah.
I could recite the entire movie. I love 1 too, but 2 is just it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would have to say Santa Claus 2.
Nice.
Santa Claus
Okay.
2. I always love Elf.
Okay.
And then you know, I would probably say the Polar Express.
Ooh.
Good one. I like that one.
Wow. you
Polar
got some good
Express.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big one growing up. I enjoy that movie.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, my
I
favorite.
feel like, is that another one that's like debatable whether it's
I
a
think
Christmas
it's very
movie
debatable.
or not? Yeah,
not
it
like
is,
Die Hard,
right?
but it is. Yeah.
No, Polar Express is definitely a
It-
Christmas
it's a
movie.
It is, right?
Definitely.
Without a doubt. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
100%. But for me,
Glad no one fought me on that because I don't.
my favorite, my all-time favorite Christmas movie, it's always been, it's actually the first Home Alone.
Okay. First Home Alone. Shout out still.
I've always loved it.
Yeah.
Second is Elf.
Okay.
Yep.
I've always liked Elf.
All right.
My third one, I'd like Christmas with the Cranks.
Wow.
That's a good one. You know
Yeah.
what? I forgot about
That's a
that
very
one.
good one.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites too. And then my honorable mention would be A Christmas Story. It's a classic.
You want to know what? They took Christmas with the Cranks off of Netflix actually, and I watched that so many times. I know that, and I know that movie very well. And I was very upset when they took it off of Netflix.
Really?
Netflix
That was
is
one of the
weird,
movies I would watch whenever, like throughout the year. I was like, okay, let me just watch a freaking Christmas movie. And they...
I'm old. I own that movie on DVD. So
It's kind of funny you even said DVD is old. That's all.
I know. I mean,
yeah,
that's how
no,
it
I
is.
mean that's like.
It's crazy because people don't really fuck with DVDs no more.
Okay,
and
if
stuff.
it makes you feel better, way off topic, but the house I grew up in, I had a VHS tape player. I had them like a huge ass cabinet filled with them with movies, old Disney movies, everything. So
Okay.
yeah,
I'm not
I mean, VHSs are-
completely freaking, you know,
VHS is back actually. It's
That's
back.
cool.
People collecting it.
because it's trendy.
It's trendy.
But you did mention this, Tim. I want to spend a little time on this because it is the one Christmas question. Okay. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Now, you said it's one of your favorite ones.
One of my favorite ones, very easily. Yes.
I have to first, though, ask, because it is a little older. It came out in 88. Sarah, have you ever seen it?
I haven't. I was about to say, I gotta
Oh,
confess,
no.
I have not seen it, but I do know about the debate about it because there was actually a Christmas movie on Netflix called, I believe it's called Love Hard. It's got Nina Dobrev in it, and I watched it, and it was pretty good. And in the movie, she was like pointing out a bunch of factors about it. She was like, "Oh, well, they give gifts in it, and you know, all this other stuff." And yeah, so I'm aware of about the debate about it, but I have not seen the movie. No.
Okay, so, bro, I mean, you should watch it sometime.
I know. I
You
was about
really
to say I should go home and watch it.
You really should.
But for you, then, bro, why do you say that it's a Christmas
Bro,
movie?
there's so many. Starting off,
There's presents involved.
there's presents involved, yes, and Santa kind of shows up. You know the part where he kills your boy and then puts him on the elevator, and they open up the elevator and it says ho 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 on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Santa's definitely sort of there.
All right, don't go spoiling anything.
Oh, my bad. But
easy.
no, all right, look, this is Die Hard, so everybody's dying. I ain't gonna say who, but
Well,
people
yeah,
are gonna die.
but you know, it matters. It matters.
All right. You.
I'm sure
try and forget
there's
it,
a
try and
reason
forget it.
why. I'll take these headphones off really quick. And just
All right. I won't spoil it, but there is Christmas music throughout the entire, movie.
Mm-hmm.
In the very beginning, the entire scene is at a Christmas party.
Yeah, I was
You
going
know
to
what
say
I mean?
that.
Yeah. So, and it also snows. It snows at the end when everything is over. Yeah. So it's Christmas.
Snow
movie.
is Christmas. Yes.
Snow is Christmas. Yes.
I
Yeah.
also know about the yippee ki yay, motherfucker. I
See?
know about that.
There you go.
See, like I'm somewhat.
That's
I
the
know.
classic line.
That's a classic
Okay, but why would people not consider this a Christmas
because they
movie?
want to call it an action movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally the only reason why there's a debate. Oh, it's not a Christmas movie; it's an action movie that just happens during Christmas. Well, it's a Christmas movie, bro.
People dying during Christmas, apparently.
Yeah, they
like,
got it. But the point is like the themes are there.
the theme was
the
set.
music is there. The atmosphere is there. The Christmas story is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's a Christmas story.
Yeah.
Even Die Hard 2 could be considered a Christmas story. Sequel to Die Hard 1.
Yeah, I agree with the whole it being an action movie. Why people? Because most people wouldn't think Christmas movies would have guns and violence and people dying
Right.
and whatnot. But I mean, for me,
Uh-huh.
in my opinion, I also do agree that it's
Okay.
definitely a Christmas movie. I always say to Jody all the time, I always ask her if she ever wants to watch it around Christmas time because it's always a Christmas movie. And she's like, it's not a Christmas movie, man. You know?
Whatever. Put it
But-
on. Just put it on in the background. It's worth it, man.
Yeah, this was the question, though, that I really wanted to push. And I wanted to push the listeners, though, to get at us through Anchor, Spotify, or Apple. Send us a message and let us know, in your opinion. We want to know, is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Actually, there's an option on there that I'm going to activate just for this, where you can ask a question via Spotify to everybody. I think it's like a poll, but I'm gonna give it a shot this time around.
Yes, well, fans, please get
Please.
at us. Let us know, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Why or why not?
Yeah.
All
And
right.
why are you wrong if you say it's not a Christmas movie?
Wrong. Shots fired immediately.
For real.
But did you guys pay attention at all to any of the articles in the New York Post recently?
No.
Okay, so there's an article in the New York Post, and you know how we're all involved in like this cancel culture, whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a small group of people. These people who are trying to cancel things. There's a list of Christmas movies that are being in the process or trying to be canceled or pushed
Wow.
to being canceled because of quote toxic masculinity.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Get him out
here
of
we
here.
So can someone define that real quick?
Toxic masculinity.
All right.
I can't even define it, man.
You know what? The same people who are saying that are also the same people who are dating toxic ass people in their life and can't
Sounds
even
about
get their
right.
own shit together.
Sounds about
so
right.
I don't think they have any business trying to cancel anything when they can't even get their own life where it needs to be. So go ahead. What movies are there?
Okay, so there was a list of 5, right? But I want to focus on 3.
Okay.
All right. First, it's a classic. I mean, it's super 1946. It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, beautiful movie. Why?
Black and white.
Black and white. Who cares?
Toxic masculinity. They want to cancel.
All right, let's cancel these people. We got to get them out of here.
I feel like I've watched that. But
Okay, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I've
I
seen
feel
it.
like I have, but I don't remember anything about it.
Okay.
Angela's
it's a-
definitely had me watch it before, but I don't remember it.
I mean,
You remember watching a black and white Christmas movie? 'Cause
Yes,
that
I
was it.
do.
Okay.
so why can't they just cancel? I mean, the way they sound, they just want to cancel everything between 1940 to 1980. Let's just cancel that 40 years of life.
Well, I don't know because the next movie, let's go.
This is
on,
ridiculous.
Was the next movie came out in 1996, and it was Jingle All the Way. You guys,
Yeah, I've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen Jingle All the Way. What's going on with this?
It's got Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're fighting over the doll or whatever, the toy. Mm-hmm. And that's toxic masculinity?
Too much toxic masculinity.
They say get him back to Rambo or something. That's crazy, man. I don't know about all that, man.
Yeah. So
you can't just let people... No, I haven't seen it. You never saw Jingle All the
Way? The main concept of the movie was this kid, I guess, wanted a special toy.
Very particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to go and get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think there was only like one left.
Right.
Right.
And everybody's fighting over it.
And then Sinbad ended up getting it or whatnot. And the whole movie, they're trying to get this toy and whatnot.
Right. It's kind of like the whole tickle me Elmo type deal.
But like it just sounds like it's like every other movie plot where there's two people with a common goal and it's about who's gonna win.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
It's a typical
has nothing.
competition.
You're just making it about gender for no reason. And I think that's a lot coming from a culture that also wants any and all genders to be accepted and on the same level of everything.
It's very true.
Right.
So,
very true.
I think that's funny.
I think it's more ridiculous because that's probably, and the most ironic thing about that, this movie, Jingle All the Way, that has to be like the lowest energy Arnold Schwarzenegger you're ever going to see. I mean, this guy has been in Rambo. He's been in all of these other movies where...
Not Rambo.
Rambo is Stallone. My bad. I'm thinking Predator. I said Rambo.
That's
my bad.
a movie, though.
Shout outs. You know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Predator. I meant Rambo.
Yeah.
But he's been in all of these movies. And the same thing with Stallone. They've been in all of these high octane, killing everybody, destroying stuff type of movies. And then he's in Jingle All the Way, which is like the lowest energy Arnold Schwarzenegger that you're ever going to see. So where's the masculinity like popping out and all of that? I mean, there's some points where he has quotes and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know.
It could always be much worse, is basically.
Right.
Well, the last movie, right?
Okay.
That they had on their list, 1994, the original Santa Claus.
Whoa.
Which is a classic.
Seen the original.
Wait, you never saw the first one? Because you said, I think you like the second one, right?
No, I said the second one I've definitely seen, but the first one, the one it's still with Tim Allen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yep.
That one's the
Why?
classic.
What's wrong with that?
That one's the classic.
What is wrong
one.
with that?
Well, I mean, toxic masculinity, but also I do remember reading that it was I forgot the word. I don't even know if this is correct, but what comes to mind is it was the quote was like fatphobic or some shit like that, where he was
fatphobic.
Yeah, okay. He was
really?
making when he finds out that he's Santa Claus, like he makes jokes and whatnot about his weight and whatnot.
Oh
and
my
I guess
God, these people.
So he's not allowed to joke about himself?
Hey man, I don't know.
Everybody's making fun of themselves every day. What the hell?
It's bullshit, man.
I know, but that's very disappointing.
Like you're just grabbing at straws, just trying to find something to bitch about at that point.
I
You
think
really are.
That literally is what it is. Yeah.
I'm like, there's this. That's absurd. That like blows my mind. That's even on
Well,
there.
I think that's the whole thing. They get the mentality and stuff, and they go off and they try to cancel this thing, and then they go to the next thing and the next thing.
Right, and that's the whole thing. You have
That's
to know
bullshit,
when
man. Whatever,
you have
man.
to know when to apply your beliefs and like what isn't like pick and choose your battles. What is really worth the fight here? Because that movie definitely is not like
Right. And Jingle All the Way. I mean, there's literally nothing going on in that movie that is even anything oriented towards being like super hyper masculine.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like I said, the whole cancel culture thing, everything that they've tried to push it and have, some of the stuff that they have succeeded in too, I think is ridiculous.
Right.
But even this stuff, yeah. When I saw the Santa Claus, I was very disappointed because that one is a classic.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones too. I guess
Right.
the first, I really like those ones.
And Tim Allen back then was wholesome, man. I mean, he was like the most gentle dude back then.
Yeah, and
Just all funny.
So I prefer the second one only because like how it has the other Santa Claus and like how he like learns how to take over
Right.
or the actual Santa Claus back home with his son. And like I just love like that whole line. That's why I like the second one better. But yeah, the first one I would have never guessed that would have been on there. Honestly, I would have thought like I'm surprised they're not even going after Elf with like the shower scene when he's just sitting in there.
That's
like
it. There you go.
This is what I'm saying. Like you don't and like I don't have a problem with it. I fucking love Elf. I just put him in my top 3, absolutely. But
Me
like
too.
I guess there's some people who are I'll say it more sensitive in that matter. And
They are.
but
Well, I will say that on normal TV and whatnot, how since Thanksgiving and whatnot, probably even before then, but there's been Christmas movies on many stations, right?
Oh, of course.
Yep.
And Elf has not been on yet. And like last year, Elf was on
All
the
the
time. And it has not been on yet. The only reason why it was on or we just saw it was because we actually watched we own the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And we had
Just put
watched
it on.
it because it hasn't been on, which was shocking and disappointing
I think I've
too.
seen it a couple times.
Have you?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember what channels, but I think I have.
But it has less visibility.
Yeah,
last year.
definitely. And I think that was another one that was taken off of Netflix as well. So
That's so interesting. I mean, that means there's a movement to get it canceled, obviously, if they're taking it off. Because there was some particular movies, and that was one of them. Same with A Christmas Story nonstop 24/7. So even A Christmas Story, if they wanted to cancel something, they should be trying to cancel A Christmas Story because the way that father acts throughout the entire movie is like super, like old 1950s, 1960s,
Yeah.
like hardcore masculinity type of stuff. So
the way he's basically like in love with the fucking leg
with the
lamp.
lamp, yes,
come
with the leg lamp,
on.
yeah, and the way he tries to treat his wife, he's like, "You better not touch this" and all of this stuff. Like, come on now. And they want to cancel Jingle All the Way. Man, I don't know.
And the Santa Claus.
And the Santa Claus, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, there
It's worse
was
than the carrots situation.
Shout outs to carrots.
And the reindeer.
There were 2 other
Shout outs to reindeer.
movies. Yeah, there were 2 other movies that were on the list too. I can't remember one of them. The other one I do remember. I just didn't touch on it because I have seen it, but it's
wanna
not
hit it up?
very popular. It was called The Holiday
Oh,
with
okay.
Jack Black,
Oh.
Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet.
Are they letting Jack Black
I
be
feel like I
Jack Black?
saw
then?
the
No,
cover
it-
for it, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah. See, so that's why I didn't
Pass.
even touch on that. But
Okay.
let's shift gears a little to some Christmas music.
Okay.
You guys enjoy Christmas music?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Do you guys have a favorite song or songs?
Oh man, there's a lot.
I always love to hear the Trans-Siberian Orchestra music.
Good call.
That's always really, really pretty. We were actually playing that earlier as we were decorating the tree.
Mhm.
Because I played violin for 8 years, so I love to hear it. No, I mean, there's nothing really specific. 12 Days of Christmas, always
12
good.
Days of Christmas.
Always good.
I'm actually going to pull up a list because I'd be forgetting until I actually see it. But I know
Right.
Mariah Carey is one of the
Rockin'
biggest ones.
around. That's a
The
good one.
Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I think that's what Christmas Hoppity Hop or something like that. But that's a big one. I love Mariah Carey. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh God, what's the name of
That
this?
one almost gets. I
gets
feel like so
sidelined.
played.
It get played though. Yo,
because
every
that-
time we get in the
After
car.
the 1 year at the New York City,
I
and
do
she
remember
sang
that.
it that one riff. She just definitely didn't nail it, And now every single time I hear that song, that's all I hear is
Right.
her just fucking that up.
If you know Bing Crosby, the White Christmas, that's a good one.
Yep.
I
Yep.
mean, I'm not,
Classics.
I can't. It's a classic. It's a classic.
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas
Have
is a
yours-
good
yeah,
one.
exactly. A Merry Little Christmas. What else am I thinking about? Actually,
Feliz
Wham.
Navidad.
Feliz Navidad is good. Feliz Navidad is good. Do you know Wham? Last Christmas.
Yes.
You're like Last Christmas,
Yes.
I gave you my heart.
That's
See,
a
you
good
know it if
one.
I start singing.
That's
it.
a really good one.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I remember. That's like that brings me back to my childhood.
There you go. So that's a good one too. So there's a lot of them, man.
There
Christmas,
are.
Christmas music is lit, man.
You guys, have you guys ever gotten Christmas caroling or ever had any carolers come to you?
No, I was actually going to ask you guys that if you've ever actually dealt with Christmas carolers, because I honestly wouldn't know how to react just staring at strangers who just standing there at my front porch singing to me. I'd be like, okay.
So,
Right.
has that ever happened to you?
Nah.
Okay. So that actually happened to me.
Ah.
Yeah. So what typically happens is that you'll hear, that rapping on your door. And then when you open up the door, they just start singing. And you're just like, oh my God.
The audacity. Like,
the
what
audacity. Like they just start singing. So
so bold.
in this in particular happened maybe like 1994, 95.
Okay.
And they opened the door. I opened the door. They start singing. And I can hear my mom say, "What is this? What's outside? What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, "Mom, they're carolers. They're singing." It's like, "Yeah, close the door. Close the door." My mom ain't about that life.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Yeah, basically. But she ain't about that life. But it was funny because she loves music. So when she got there, she actually saw that they were singing, and she's like, "Oh my God!" And then she actually went back, got a chair for me and for my little brother, and we sat there and we listened to them sing. They sang for maybe like 6 or 7 minutes or so.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was really nice. They put 2 songs up,
Nice.
and it was beautiful. And then my mom was like, "Hey, you guys want water or anything?" They're
Right.
like, "Why are you doing this?" And it's like, "Oh, we're just bringing Christmas cheer." And she's like, "Oh my God!" She was like, "I love this neighborhood. This doesn't happen in Nigeria." And it's just like, "Yeah,
Aw.
actually, it doesn't." But
That's nice.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I hated Christmas music.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. It took me a long time too. And I think why.
Were you just not a fan of Christmas in general, or
No, I've always loved I loved everything about Christmas when I was, and still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was younger, I didn't like the music.
Wow.
I wasn't a fan. Of,
Okay.
I wasn't a fan of Christmas music, and I think the reason was because I felt like it was the same thing,
It
which
is.
it is,
It is.
but it's the same thing every year. So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
how can you get excited or like there's
Right.
nothing new.
Now-
But like that was my young
That's
mind
good for you.
thinking, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
just
saying?
getting
Like,
bored. Yeah.
Yeah.
and now it's such a huge part of it. I love Christmas music.
Bro.
I love it
There you
all.
go. At least
So-
you grew into it.
You grew into it, but I'm gonna say one thing that I'm telling you that these motherfuckers, they need to stop doing. I'm gonna call them that too because they need to stop doing this shit. Right after fucking Halloween is done, immediately the next day is all Christmas all day, bro.
Yeah, that's excessive.
This is November. You need to push that to December. You're playing out my Christmas music, man. And they do that here because they don't do that nonsense in like Georgia or Texas or even in California. They wait till December. So I'm gonna need people here to stop playing it in November, bro.
Yeah, we touched on that before.
Like where's
too. They
Thanksgiving
need
at,
it,
man? Let Thanksgiving happen first.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
You guys have a most memorable gift you've ever received or given? You guys can
Oh.
think of anything?
yes. Would you like to go first?
Yeah, actually, I can think of a story. So, what I was talking about to you about the break was the French Mastiff puppy named
Aw,
Ziva.
Yeah.
The way we actually got her was around the holidays. So, our family friend Sherry, she makes these amazing cinnamon buns, and around the holidays, she would always bake them, and she would always bring us over a couple of batches. So, one day we had just planned a drop off for some of those quote unquote cinnamon buns. So she brings this box over and it's all wrapped nice. It's got a bow on the top. It's got wrapping paper on it, red wrapping paper. And she sets it at first on the counter and everyone's talking, just bullshitting for like 15, 20 minutes maybe.
Okay.
And my mom says to my dad, she's like, hey, you might want to go take the lid off of that because the cinnamon buns are going to get all soggy. They were still warm and sure I put them in there. Like, go take the lids off, let them air out. And when he took the top off, there was Ziva sitting in the box, sitting there and just looking up at him. She didn't make a peep, not a sound for the
Beautiful.
20, 25 minutes, however long she was in that box for. And
My
yeah,
God.
so that's pretty memorable. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I hope they
Yeah.
poked holes somewhere.
No, that was kind of the whole thing that my dad was just kind of standing there, not thinking twice about it, just talking. And
All right, Father.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't intentional. He didn't know the dog was in there. It was a surprise for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yep.
Still beautiful. Still amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, bro?
As for me, when I got my Super Nintendo, in 1992. You know I'm all about those games, bro. So back then I was like 7 years old or so, and my dad had this very particular way of tricking me. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, you know, he would try and like bring up the discussion of Christmas, and I'll start talking. Around this time, Super Nintendo was like just getting hot. It just came out. Mm-hmm. Super Mario World's out there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is out there. All of the cool games is there. And he would say, "Oh, sorry, son, it's too expensive. You know what I mean? Or you already got your Nintendo. Play with that."
Right.
Meanwhile, he was fishing for information, trying to figure out what I like so he can get it.
Smart.
And he waited maybe like in August to start talking about Christmas presents. Like, why are you talking about it now? But come December, you know what I mean? He conspicuously hid the Super Nintendo because it comes in a big box. Mm-hmm. He hid that. He hid the games, took them upstairs. And, this was under the impression that Santa was the one that left all of this stuff here.
Right.
And I opened up the other presents. There were some toys. There was some Hot Wheels and some Transformers, which is cool, but it ain't a Super Nintendo. You feel me?
You got your hopes up.
Yeah, I'm hoping for this, man. And socks and clothes, and that's it.
Man.
And I'm like, y'all not gonna give me anything else. And meanwhile, I'm not
spoiled.
Yeah, exactly, right. But I did not notice my dad was not there.
Right,
my mom was there. It's like, "Oh, son, you like your toys?" I'm like, "Yeah, mom, they're all right. I like it." But I'm 7, so I'm like holding back tears and stuff. Mm-hmm. Hear my old man upstairs saying, "Son, no, Santa may have forgotten something," and he comes down, large boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big game box, double up boxes, and then he tells me, "Son, you want to open this?" Did you know
before he put it down?
I had no idea.
Okay.
I had no idea because it could have been anything. Because I was also into like Power Rangers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it could have been anything. I thought it would just been more toys.
Right.
But which were okay. It was like a small amount of toys. I didn't even pay attention to that. But I opened it up and it says Super Nintendo like right smack in my face. I'm like crying and everything.
Yeah.
I dropped the box. I actually tripped over the other small boxes and hopped into my dad's arms. Gave him a hug, and he was like, he sat me in his lap, and we opened up the other boxes together. It was Super Mario World. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. Another game, Ease 3. And God, there was just 3 or 4 games, or 5 games, actually.
One of the worst parts is always waiting to set all that stuff
set it up.
Want to set it all up at once.
Right now, immediately. Let's go, Dad. Forget all this other crap that's on the floor. Let's go.
Don't even care about nothing else.
But that's dope. That's a memory that you're gonna have forever.
Forever.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And the after story, come to find out, I asked years later, like, "Dad, how'd you do that?" He was like, I wanted to get you something. He actually told me he didn't have enough money at the time. Mm-hmm. So
that's why he asked you in August.
That's why he asked me in August.
Yeah.
Right. And he was saving up. And I said, "How much did you spend on this day?" He's like, "Oh, I spent like $400. Like, what? You spent $400 on all this? But it made me feel good because I always, even the fact that I ran into the other boxes and knocked them over everywhere, and tripped
just
over,
to hug them.
Just to hug them. It, you don't forget stuff like that. It's beautiful.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I want to just go back to real quick too, because one of my one of my memorable gifts, kind of it kind of goes along with what Sarah had mentioned too, was that I think it's been, maybe 2 years now, about 2 years ago, almost 2 Christmases ago was when we had gotten Tess.
Aww.
So, and it wasn't even planned. It just kind of happened.
My girl.
So, and I remember that because it was literally like a few days before Christmas. So, and I remember, it felt like a Christmas gift.
It felt heavenly, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been awesome. She's my girl. So
let me ask you both then. Excuse me. How does it feel to have that emotion like well up in you when you actually get that present, or when you in your case, when you get the pup? How did it feel for you?
Oh, it's always awesome.
It's always
awesome to get that gift. For me, I always got whenever it was time to upgrade my phone, I got new phones for Christmas. I got an iPad, stuff like that. That feeling too was always good. But yeah, no, there's nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Josh?
Yeah, very elated, very happy. It's I feel like it's also a little, you have the response.
It also changes as you get older. Like that's the thing.
does.
Like I
That's
wish I had
true.
more to
Very
say
true.
about it, but it's like,
But you have now, like it's awesome, but like now you got a little more responsibility.
Yes, you do.
Again, you
And
know
kids
what I'm
in some
saying?
cases.
adulting.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's worth it because it's so, you see that whole process of them as, like a little pup.
That
and
little
then,
pup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So-
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was super pumped too. when that happened. So
That's cool. That's lit.
yeah. But all right, so we just talked about most memorable gifts, right? But let's think. Do you guys have any favorite Christmas memories in general that you guys can think of?
That'll be it for me. You already heard it.
So one year, my uncle from South Carolina was up at our house for the holidays. It was a usual thing. They always came up for Christmas. So they were staying with us, and my brother, I think, was maybe 16. I want to say 16, 17, somewhere around there. And my uncle gestures to him, is like, "Hey, go around the corner and open your Christmas gift." So he does, and it was like a 3 or 4 pack of condoms in there for him.
Jesus Christ.
Because of his age. And it was very, very funny because obviously at the time I didn't know it. This was obviously a story I heard years later. My brother's 6 years older than me, so I was still a little on the young side for all that. So
It's not gum.
It's always fun to hear the stories so many years later. But so that was a fun one. I guess that's like one of my favorite stories though, because it wasn't really my experience, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if my brother listens to this, that's probably gonna embarrass him, but no, a lot of people know. It's okay.
Shout outs.
That's
It's all right.
Yeah. Can you think of
Be
anything?
safe, kids.
But my Super Nintendo story is the best story. That's literally the best thing that happened to me. Seriously. And that was like when I was 7 or so.
Okay.
It's just the idea that I got it and I kept it ever since. I kept the games ever since. You know what I mean? Whenever I play those particular games, I think about my dad because we played it together.
Right.
Yeah. For example, Turtles in Time. That's a 2-player beat 'em up game. So my dad sat me in his lap and he held the controller in my hand and he would say, you press this button to do this attack, you press this button to jump, you press this button to dash or whatever. And it was also that sense of bonding that we had together.
Right.
That was part of that whole Christmas story. That's why it was so magical to me. Even now, like even before I came here, I was playing Turtles in Time and immediately thinking about my dad, thinking about Christmas. So yeah.
Yeah, another memory that I have is, of course, the classic, my cat knocking down the Christmas tree.
Oh, nice.
A few times.
Did he leap from like a tall place?
I don't even know what the hell he did. All I know is that we ended up taking 2 strings at the top of the damn tree and attaching them to the wall because we had about enough. We lost so many
Ornaments,
important ornaments too. I can't remember the brand name of the Radco. Does that sound right? Radco ornaments, something like
right.
that. A higher end of ornaments, expensive. We lost probably about like 80% of them, and it fucking sucks.
Okay, that cat did some damage.
Yeah, and that cat hasn't done it since. Thank God, not in this new house. Knock on wood, because we just decorated it today. Deuce, don't.
Stay away from the tree.
That's funny.
He won't. He lays under it.
What about you, bro?
For me, I thought about this too. Like, I was trying to think of something to say when I thought about this question to ask you guys. And I don't know. It's not really, when I think about Christmas memories and whatnot, it's not really anything in particular, right? But for me, I would say this is kind of broad, but in general, like some of my best Christmas memories that I can think of were just simply back when everyone was together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what I mean
God
by
bless.
that, like, it sucks. I mean, we're a little older than Sarah, but I mean, I feel like despite your age, life has impacted
Shit
all
changes,
of us.
yeah.
It really has.
And we've
It's
all,
different. It's different.
Yes.
We've all lost people.
Dynamics change.
And so, like, sometimes, like, I think back to when I was younger and Christmases with when my grandparents were there and when my dad was there and everybody. And, you know, those are some of the best ones.
The best ones,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And those were some of the best memories. And, like, now, I mean, Christmases are still great and whatnot.
Right.
You know, don't get me wrong, but it's just it's different.
It's way different, bro.
And it's always around the holidays. Sometimes it is. I understand when people say it's tough sometimes, you know, because the, you know, there's always people missing from the table that should be there.
It shouldn't be there.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always at the end of the year, you know, after you've been through everything right before the new year, and it's like, shit. Who's the last people standing?
Right.
Whether it be lost friendships or people that actually passed away, you know?
Right. It's very sad stuff.
Lost relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I mean, usually the holidays and stuff and Christmas, whatnot, it's always a joyous time. People always like, you know, it's always a happy time around the holidays. But, you know, it's also a reminder, too, that people, it is a tough time sometimes for people
It really
as well.
Yes.
I do know real quick, I'm not going to get too deep into it at all anyway, but I do know personally this past week I found out 2 different families that I know had lost, one family had lost their father and husband,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah.
And another family, they lost a sibling or a sister, you know what I'm saying? And you know, my thoughts and prayers to both of those families. I think
Right.
it's
Yes.
horrible.
Yeah.
Bless.
But it's sad. You know
It
what I'm
is.
saying?
It's very
So,
sad. Yeah.
But I don't know. As we begin to come to an end, though, I got to ask each of you, is there anything in particular you guys are hoping for or want this Christmas?
No, nothing. No. I'm pretty set.
Pretty set?
Content, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't need anything either, bro. I feel because it's actually kind of interesting. I just like hanging out with my lady. We watch our Die Hard. You know what I mean? Watch our Christmas story.
A Christmas movie.
A Christmas movie, right? And yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, for the most part, we typically just go out because we typically like to save money, at least now. There will come a time where we have a kid, perhaps, yeah, or maybe 2, and I want to trick the hell out of my kid like I was tricked.
Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf, right. Watching all day, everywhere, from all angles. But yeah, for right now, nah, not necessarily.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. Like, feel pretty much good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything I want, or the one thing that I'm looking forward to this Christmas is just being able to relax and not have to work for a
There
little
you
bit.
go.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
There you go.
It's so ironic that you said that everything's different now. Even this is different now too. You know, where you don't anticipate or want anything from anybody.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I feel like once we get to that certain age, too, it's not really... I mean, we also learn, too, that it's really not about us.
Right, it's
anymore.
about
It's
others.
about others.
Right.
And,
Yep.
you know, most of the time, like, I mean, we all grown-ass adults. If we want something, we go
Exactly.
out and buy it
We go out-
ourselves.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
But, I mean, I agree. It's the thought that counts that from everybody. So, but, I don't know. You guys got any last thoughts? Anything you guys want to say about Christmas, about the holiday time?
You know what? Now that we just had this discussion, I definitely, especially when we get a house and we have a bigger place, I'm actually going to start really considering, even if there's no kids or anything, just making Christmas more of a thing, like having the tree, having the ornaments, you know, decorating the house like
Gingerbread
I remember
cookies.
gingerbread cookies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, or the sugar cookies, all of that. Yeah. And just having it out there, because even just being in that Christmas spirit is kind of nice. And honestly, it's also kind of missing. It's like you said, it was different. It's very different now, where everything is social media based. You know, you get your present, you immediately put online what you got to all of your followers online. So it's not really localized as much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would love to bring that back into my own home at least.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Sarah, anything else?
No, I think I pretty much covered it all.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks again for coming back on. It's all relative.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Thank you for having me yet again.
Yes, ma'am.
Always.
Always fun.
Yeah. Do you Anything you want to shout out or plug? Anyone or anything in particular?
No, I mean my TikTok is Sarah with an H J Molnar, and my Instagram, which is also linked in my TikTok, but it is Sarah with 2 H's _ Molnar with 2 R's. So go ahead, go follow, go see what's up.
Go see what's up. Go look at her thing, man. She got a lot of followers.
On there. I'm active on TikTok.
Oh, she is.
It's fun over there.
All right, bro. You want to hit him with your social?
So mine's is Twitter, Retro Show, RETROSHO. If you see the Kermit, you know it is me. And for that YouTube, it is Show Retro, SHORETRO. And you'll see the same Kermit. And I am doing retro video game content over there. So marching on to that 1,000 subs. If you like retro gaming and finding out different ways to play those old games, come check it out.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
And you guys can always find me at Josh_Toth3. That's my Instagram. My Facebook is Joshua Toth. We want to give a big shout out to our editor, YO, a.k.a. Jackson Wallace.
Shout outs to that brother.
Yeah, thank you for all your work and time you've put in for this past season. We greatly appreciate it, bro.
And we love you, brother.
Yeah. Also, big shout out to Stellar Sound and Media. If anyone out there is looking for studio time or needs a video filmed, contact stellarsoundandmedia@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Also, shout out to our day oneers.
Shout outs to the day oneers. Thank you for following all of these 30 episodes.
Yeah.
From episode 1 to right now.
Yeah. Thank you for all of the love and support you've shown us from the beginning. You know, we hope that you continue to listen, follow, support us when we return for season 3.
Mm-hmm.
We will be taking about a month off.
We will.
To prepare for it. So please keep an eye out for our return. You got anyone you want to shout out?
In particular?
Anything?
Yeah, my brother Kingsley, man. Shout outs, bro. Thank you for listening, brother. And I love you, my man. Like, thank you for everything. He's actually been one of the guys helping me get the sound right, both on here and on YouTube. So, and he loves listening to it. Nice. Also, shout outs to oh God, I'm gonna forget like at the very moment. The deli that is right around the corner from me. So I'm about to pull it up on my phone because they listen too. Ooh,
yeah, the local deli. What is it? It starts with an R.
With an R, Robo Deli.
Okay.
It always slips
Robos.
my mind, but Robos, they listening to the podcast over there.
Do they?
Yeah, especially.
That's dope.
Yeah, they listen to one of the episodes with you, the Gabby Petito one. They like anything that has to do with murder and a mystery. They listen to the Poughkeepsie Killer.
It really is
one.
intriguing.
Yeah, they listen to the Golden State Killer one. Oh.
Yo, so shout out to that deli for real.
Yeah, Robos
Shout out
Deli.
Robos.
Yeah,
get at us. Let's work something out.
Yeah,
I've been going there for a long time. Yeah.
I just had some today. Yeah,
like yay big.
Yeah, great deli over there, and slipped my mind. My bad for it slipping my mind at that moment. But shout outs all the same.
Yeah. The message option on Anchor.
So message option on Anchor, you can press that plus message button and you can leave us a voice message. Try to keep it 30 to 45 seconds or so. You can ask us questions. You can give us commentary. You can complain on why I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie and why you think it's not. But send some sort of message in. We will respond to it live. We will plug you into the next episode.
I would love to know if anybody else left carrots for reindeer when they were little.
Did you leave carrots for reindeer out there?
Along with the cookies for Santa, but the carrots. I gotta know.
Yeah,
gotta know if this is like just a me thing or.
She's gotta know. And she will be listening. She'll respond too. We'll bring her on. Even if it's a voice message as a response.
Even if you hit me up on Instagram, find my TikTok, do something about it. I gotta know.
Leave those messages. Get at us.
That's a new TikTok idea right there.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I should I should see if that's a thing.
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah. So leave that message.
Yeah. All right. And finally, please continue to show the love. Mm-hmm. Find us on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and Google.
Bless.
By using the platform of your choice, please subscribe, follow, share, comment. Once again, if you're using Apple, please click that 5-star.
Please give it one time of a bless.
Yeah, and leave a quick review.
Yes, sir. Slipping.
Nah, you good, bro. Lastly, we just want to thank every person that has been a part of season 2. All our guests that came on. Thank you so much for helping us create this art and making history. each and every one of you did great. And there hasn't been an episode that's bombed yet.
No, there hasn't been.
Knock on wood.
No. And everything's
awesome.
amazing. And we've been all over the place. From Tesla to marijuana to everything. You name it.
That's right. So
COVID, everything.
All relative.
It's all relative.
that's right. So that each and every one of you that have come on and been a part of the show, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, that's a wrap. Season 2 finale. We want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yes.
Yep.
Everyone be safe.
Be safe. Merry
Sarah,
Christmas.
thanks again.
Of course.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure. I hope I'm here in season 3. Find another episode to come on.
Yeah, it sounds like you're going to be on here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to plug you in somewhere. Yeah.
All right, everyone, stay safe, stay kind, stay proud and powerful, and we'll see everyone soon. Peace.
Adios.
out.